Hello everyone, this is Leanne Allegretto at the National Weather Service in Missoula. I will be walking you through the next several days worth of weather, or non-existent weather, as this week is expected, but there is quite a bit of weather to talk about coming up at the end of the week into this weekend, and a few fire weather notes to make prior to that, so let's get started. So here's the summary. Like I said, it's going to be a dry and unseasonably warm week, which usually equals, fairly benign, unimpressive weather, but there are some concerns, especially down in the southwest Montana areas, the Beaverhead Deer Lodge. We are expecting winds to increase on Thursday, while it is also expected to be the driest day of the week. Now, we've seen quite a bit of low humidities leading up to so far this week, leading up to Thursday, and we are expecting several nights of poor humidity recoveries even in the terrain. So, we're going to add the winds to the mix on Thursday, but still, given that this is the first week of October, we're not overly concerned, but I'll get into the details as we go forward. But really, we're just highlighting the elevated concern for southwest Montana for Thursday. Then beyond that, there's still quite a bit of uncertainty for the Friday through Sunday and beyond time frame regarding the timing of the rainfall and the cooler temperatures expected with our trough that's coming up. But I will get into those details as well as we go forward. First up, let's talk about minimum humidity on Thursday. Again, this should be the driest day of the week as we're in southwesterly flow. We're approaching a time period of a ridge breakdown. So as you can see, the driest values here are most notably down in southwest Montana and across west central Montana as well. We'll have nights of poor humidity recoveries and inversions leading up to this. So just kind of continued dry, especially for this time of year, and combined with unseasonably warm temperatures. So highs in valleys in the 70s, in the terrain, slightly lower than that. And of course, some wind expected Thursday. Now, instead of throwing a wind graphic up here, I thought I'd just generally paint what's going to happen where. So again, west-southwest winds just about everywhere. In the orange circle, which is the bulk of our fire weather forecast area, we're only expecting winds of 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts to 20 possible, especially in the terrain. Down in southwest Montana, slightly higher but not all that impressive, about 12 to 17 miles per hour with gusts to 25 miles per hour, although some ridge tops may reach 30. The further east you go, the stronger the winds are going to be. So keep that in mind if that's where your fire, your burn is located. I do believe that all things considered, the winds are the thing that are lacking here for, critical fire conditions, especially for this time of year. But our confidence is fairly high in the low humidity and the wind and the values that I have here. But it's obviously the area circled in red is our biggest concern. So just watch out for that. The winds should start about after 2 p.m. Mountain Time and continue through about sunset before dissipating. So how do we sum up Friday through the weekend into next Monday? Well, here I have a general animation. The timestamps are down in the bottom right-hand corner. The times are in Zulu. And I show this only to give you a picture of we're going to stay basically under a flattened and slowly eroded high-pressure ridge until about early Saturday. So temperatures are going to remain on the warmer side and humidities are going to stay on the lower side right up until about late Saturday night into Sunday. And then after that, you can see the trough really fills in, periods of moisture move through the flow. We should have significantly cooler temperatures and significantly higher humidity values. Exact amounts are hard to talk about at this time just because of the uncertainty and how many days we still have to go before we get even close to this time period. But I wanted to show you guys can pause, well not pause because it would pause the animation, but you can sit here and watch the timestamps of when the moisture moves in and when the ridge finally moves well east of our area. But I have it kind of detailed here, a general timeline for those of you trying to plan for late in the week. So Friday, we're still on the warmer side, like I said, not quite as warm as Thursday and not quite as dry as Thursday because we are transitioning. And of course, the winds will not be as strong as Thursday, but we could still have a diurnal terrain-driven breeze on Friday. Saturday is definitely the transitory day. The high pressure will finally move fully east of the divide, again later in the day, likely overnight. High temperatures on Saturday will be about 7 to 10 degrees lower than what's expected on Friday. And precipitation will begin to increase from west to east after sunset. So again, you'll have all of Saturday basically until things really begin to moisten up and get cooler. And then Sunday, we're right in it. Widespread precip all across the Northern Rockies. Temperatures will be another 10 degrees, in fact, below, but they'll be 10 degrees below normal. So for this time of year, for valleys, it's about mid to upper 60s, so 10 degrees below that. And of course, with the cold air that's coming in with this trough, we are expecting snow levels to drop down to about 5,500 feet across northwest Montana and about 6,000 feet down across southwest Montana. So light snow, very likely in the high terrain. And if you want to even further timeline, this should continue well into Monday as well. Beyond that, we do stay above normal for precipitation amounts, so we stay very much in the wet category. And then the temperatures, we stay below normal. So at least through October 15th, we're looking at a wet and cool favored pattern to continue. And here's our matrix. I have highlighted here west central Montana and southwest Montana, both low threats for dryness and those low RHs, especially for this time of year through Wednesday. And then we add the factor of wind into things for west central Montana and especially down in southwest Montana, where there's a moderate concern for elevated fire conditions. Northwest Montana and north central Idaho, you will be drier than normal, but right now the threat is so low. You guys will have cloud cover to contend with, your winds won't be as strong, and your humidity should be plenty higher, especially in the terrain. So you guys are marked green basically through the entire period. Now, of course, with that trough coming in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all things considered, we've left everything as low threats. We'll have more details for you regarding this system coming up on Thursday when we have our next briefing. So until then, have a great week.